In today's video, I'm going to be going over the best ways to make gems as a free-to-play or pay-to-win player inside P2W. So I'll include both ways. I'm going to be starting with the free-to-play ways, so hopefully do enjoy if you do like and subscribe. And so the first way I will be talking about, I'm going to hop straight into it, is events. So if there's ever an event going on, Pet Simulator likes to do them a lot. Events are definitely by far the best way to make gems as a free-to-play player, even pay-to-win too. It's literally the best way for everybody. I'll be going over the reasons why. So obviously every event is mostly different. I mean, they all do share some similarities. One of them is the gift bags. Now, gift bags are a great way to make gems because depending on how the event works, there's always usually a way to get some sort of gift. For example, with the Dino Tycoon, you can get these dino gifts from, I'm pretty sure, now I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the most educated with this event as I was on vacation for most of it. I haven't even rebirthed once, but for this one, you have a chance to get these gifts right here. And the point is, whenever they do these events, you can make a lot of profit from these gift bags. Here's all of my gift bags I've been getting throughout the events. And basically, so if, for example, the dino ones, it's a little harder. However, you do get them just by rebirthing or completing your tycoon, and you get 20 of them, which is 2.6 million gems in wrap. However, these, if you hold on to these after this event has left the game, which when you're watching it, it might have already left. Gift bags always go up a ton after an event has left the game, which is why even if there's no event currently going on, this could help you prepare for if there is one coming. Because yeah, like if you look at this, the good versus evil gifts were worth, I think, a little like 90k, or the good gifts, and the glitch gifts were worth 900k. I don't know how much some of these other ones were, but all I know is that gifts do go up a little bit. Obviously, with the more and more event gifts coming out, they're going to slowly, like, they're not going to go up as much as, like, the Titanic Christmas presents went up. But they are still a good way to make some gems, especially if you're free to play, because it's one of the best options. The huge pets in events are also the easiest huge pets you'll ever be able to get in the game, especially if you're free to play also. As you may know, there's not many permanent ways in P2W to get huges that is really, really easy. You may argue some of the chests, which yes, but it's also pretty expensive to get those keys and all of that. However, events, there's always a huge pet that is fairly easy. Now, obviously, when I say easy, I'm not meaning you're guaranteed a huge pet, but easier than any other way in the game. For example, in the last update, if you look at the most existing huges, besides huge pets that have been in the game for couple of months, the UV Kitsune, for example, was in the game for a week, and there was 41,000 that exist. That is a lot for a week. That was in the last event. If I look at the Dino Dog, this is the one that is in this event. There's 45,000 that exist. That is crazy. So these huge pets are very easy to get. Obviously, I mean, and there's not much you can do to pay to win it. Obviously, if you have more egg slots, maybe, but I mean, besides that, there's no like luck things really. I don't think the enchants work for this event world. Now, I could be completely wrong with that, but like I said, I don't have too much knowledge on this event world that's currently happening. However, what I do know is that events have made me billions of gems, and I know a lot of people that have gone more than 5 huges free to play just from events and how much they've gone, because apparently, yeah, it's a very, very easy way to make gems by hatching the huges, getting the event gifts, and I'm pretty sure some of the other items, I'm not too sure all that's happened in this Dino Lab Tycoon, but anyways, that's definitely the best way, events, if you have an event. Now, obviously, events aren't always in the game, so what are some other good ways to make some gems? Now, I've referred to this in the past, and I'll refer to it again real quick. Also, Daycare and exclusive Daycare are definitely best, really, really good ways. For example, obviously, I am a little paid. I have the 55, so this isn't fully accurate. I actually did not get very many right there. But even if you're not pay to win, you can still get a decent amount of gems from these because you don't need high stat pets to put in here. The max one pet can give is 10 points, so you don't even need high stat pets for the Daycare. And especially if you can just get like if you can get a couple alts, you only need to be in zone like 25 or something. Get like 3 alt accounts, put 20, I think it's 15 pets or something on all of them, put them in the Daycare, claim them every 6 hours or whatever, and you can get a decent amount of gems from that. That's just a little tip. Obviously, that's not a ton of gems, If you have extra huges, this is a little pay to win way, right? Or not pay to win necessarily, but if you have a lot of huges, exclusive Daycare is definitely going to be one of your best friends also. Because, for example, if I go and look at this huge Glebo the Alien right here, if I go and claim this, a free 1.5 million gems, free 1.25, you get a ton of gems from the exclusive Daycare. I got like 6 million gems right there just by claiming these pets that I will get back in 10 days, 11 days, all of that. So if you have huge pets to spare, definitely a great way is by putting them in the exclusive Daycare. If you want to know how to have them give more gems, it basically depends on the level. If it's a higher level, it'll give more gems, and it also depends on the exist. The wrap has nothing to do with it. It all depends on how many of that pet exists. So like, I don't know, what's a good example? The huge fragment Dominus. This gives me the most because there's only 522 in the world that exists. So that's why that one gives me the most. But definitely Daycares are a great way to make some gems. Now, if you want to know a little funny way that you could also maybe make some gems, I am currently every day going in the trading plaza and buying as many, all the fireworks. So if you put your firework enchants up in the trading plaza, I also might combine and buy those. I'm currently trying to get 1,000 firework enchants just for fun. I'm paying like 100k each for them. I know it's overpaying, but I'm just trying to collect 1,000 of them. So that's a little, if you just want to put those up also, I definitely would not hesitate to buy those too. I know they are, a lot of people are actually buying them. I don't know why. I don't know if they're gonna go up. I don't know why so many people are also paying 100,000. I don't know, but that's just another way. Just sell. But the reason I mentioned that is hopping on trends. Hopping on trends is guaranteed. I mean, if you hop on trends and know about trends, then you're guaranteed to be really, really rich at the game. That's how a lot of people do get on the rap leaderboards and all that, is just hopping on trends. For example, if when updates first come out, if something is like really inflated, or like people are really overpaying for an item, selling that item if you have it, which is why it's good, I think, to buy. That's why I always recommend buying like a lightning orb or a corruption actually. I would probably recommend buying a corruption because that's only 66.8 million. I just recommend buying a corruption if you can, because whenever a boss chest comes to the game, that's the final chest, especially if it has to do with a clan battle, this corruption will go up a ton. Sell it, because after like 2 to 3 days, it'll go down and down and down until 66 million again. So hopping on trends like that, knowing when inflation and deflation is happening. For example, there's a huge deflation in Pet Simulator 99 right now. This rainbow huge happy computer is worth 223 million. It was worth like 270 million like 2 weeks ago. So deflation is happening right now. So whether that means you want to sell stuff or not, don't sell pets and not expecting to then go out and buy some. That's what I recommend, because right now pets are really low in wrap and gems. People are really underselling stuff. So if now's definitely a good chance to buy huge. If you have gems and you were thinking about when to buy huge, now is definitely the time. There's some huges for 50 million gems, or under 50 million gems right now. So it's definitely, if you are wanting to buy your first huge pet or get a huge pet, now is your time, because stuff is really deflated. And I mean, it could go down a little more, don't get me wrong, but soon stuff will probably start going up again. I don't want to say a time because obviously I don't know when stuff will start going up, but there is definitely a deflation happening right now. So definitely events and daycares are the best ways to make gems. However, there is of course some other ways. For example, AFKing. I'll always mention it. This of course does give you a lot more if you're pay to win. But like I've said, if you just AFK, you do get a lot of gems. Now, of course, masteries help out a ton with this. Specific ones are these 4 right here. Actually, a lot of them. Like, I'd say about six of these masteries help a lot with specifically gems. Maybe 8. So the reason all of this top row helps is so potions. I mean, this one technically doesn't help with get more gems. I don't know why I mentioned it. Breakables, though, makes you spawn breakables faster, have more flags equipped, and all this stuff, which is really, really, really good. you definitely want your Breakables Mastery Max. It is definitely one of the hardest to, but it is really worth it and does help out a ton. Definitely, and the reason you want fruits is because it auto equips your fruits. As you might have noticed, I have seen some comments about this. People are wondering how I always have 100 fruits going. It's because I have my Fruits Mastery Max. It auto equips. One of the last tiers is it automatically eats fruit. That's really nice. But one I want to talk about specifically, the Gifts Mastery. Why this one is so good. And it is because of, well, obviously the gifts, and specifically the mini chests and the rainbow mini chests. So the wrap of these mini chests is worth around 34.3 thousand. However, if I open these, I get around 50,000 every time I open. Now, why is that? It's because of the gifts mastery. So when you start leveling up your gifts mastery, you are able to get 20% chance to get 2x loot from a mini chest, or 20x to get 2x loot from any bundle, stuff like that. And basically you get more gems and all that when you open the gifts. So it is really good if you have like, I'd say level 60 gifts mastery or higher. Definitely, or especially if you have a level 80 or higher, going out and buying gifts like the mini chest and then opening them, definitely a good way to make, I mean, a little bit of gems if you can find someone selling a ton of them. Because, like, for example, if I really want to right now, they're worth 35,000 each. I could go out and buy a whole bunch of those and open them and make the profit like that. It's a really easy way to make profit, honestly. I think the only reason this hasn't been abused and the chests haven't gone up is because of how many people don't have a high gifts mastery. If your gifts mastery is anything less than level 70, if you don't have it, if it's less than level 70, then this won't work for you, and it is probably better off either to sell them or just keep them, or I'd actually recommend using them to get a higher gift mastery. But definitely getting the gifts master I will help a lot. I'm actually focusing on this right now. I'm about to get it to max level, which should hopefully help out a lot with a lot of stuff. The keys mastery is also really great. However, I mean, that's just if you like opening stuff, you know, stuff like that. But definitely, I mean, the masteries play a huge role. I think a lot of people underlook the masteries. I did recently make a video on masteries and like tips for all of them. So if you want to watch that, it's just the last video on my channel. But definitely think a lot of people underlook those. Now, if you're AFKing in the final zone, some things you do want to remember: make sure you always have hasty flags and sprinklers going, as those are the best things to have placed, as well as make sure that if the millionaire is still your best world. Now, there could actually be a new world coming next update, so if there is, I don't know if this will still play the role, but I'm still going to mention it just in case. Make sure your drop chance boost is still on. Now, we don't know if this is only for the millionaire world. You actually, at the time of whenever you're watching this, you might know more than me. However, we don't know yet, so make sure you have these running. A lot of people forget about them, but look at this: plus 5% diamond boost, plus 15% drop chance boost. Now, obviously, I haven't seen it help a lot. However, it could still help, and that actually brings me to my next point. Drops is definitely the best way to make gems. However, that's a little more pay to win side. But yeah, if you have a lot of pet equips, definitely just try to get drops, and this is currently the loadout I'm using to get drops and diamonds right now. Obviously, it could use some work, and it's a little expensive right there, as you can see. But yeah, definitely AFKing will always be one of the best ways. I mean, it's just the best way. I mean, or not the best way, of course, events is, but I do think those are probably the best ways. However, if you're trying to go all trading route, the problem with trading clauses is that they can either be really good or really bad. So always make sure you're on the lookout for scams. A lot of people actually will be trying to scam you in the trading plaza. It's a very sad truth that a huge part of Pet Simulator 9 nowadays, if you're in the trading plaza, if you do trade a lot, you can actually vouch this. There's a lot of scams, a lot of people scamming in the trading plaza. So just make sure to be on the lookout. If a deal seems too good to be true in a trade, or someone's asking you to subscribe to their channel or something, it's probably most likely a scam and they're trying to hack your account, steal your account, whatever. So just be on the lookout for that. Now, the trading terminal is probably the best thing Pet Simulator has ever added, because this just allows so much help with finding items. What I recommend is, if you're looking for a specific item, you want to go ahead and if you're like desperate, if you don't have a lot of gems, don't buy it unless it's under wrap. Just look around, keep looking around for it. Even if it's for the wrap, just remember, just go to the trading terminal. Worst comes to worst, just keep cycling through, unless obviously it's a really expensive, and unless it's a really like rare or a very common item is what I mean, where there's thousands of them. But most of the time that's not the case unless it's like a Happy Rock. So yeah, just be on the lookout. Try to find under wraps, because you won't make profit if you buy stuff for wrap or the over the wrap especially. Most of the time people only over for wrap if they're desperate for an item, or I don't know, maybe if it's actually just the wrap is glitched, which is why I do recommend using some value lists like Cosmic. I know Cosmic and 123 demands haven't been too up to date recently, so I don't think there is currently a good value site, because some wraps do bug all of the time. So do keep that in mind. Wraps are always bugging. For example, if we look at the Titanic SpongeBob, the wrap is 2 billion. Do you really think the wrap is, I know that somebody who has this did actually get scammed. They sold it for 2 billion, which technically they didn't get scammed. They just they didn't know. So yeah, just make sure if the wrap is if you think the wrap is very low, it probably is. If a Rainbow Titanic SpongeBob is worth like this Titanic Cheerful Yeti is not worth all of the Titanic Rainbow SpongeBobs in the game. That's just, I don't know why the wraps are glitched. I think it's because people try to manipulate it. I don't even fully understand how they completely get glitched. It's only on items that don't have a lot existing. Another good way to make gems, I am currently giving away huge pets in my Discord server every other day. If you want to go ahead and join that, I am, yeah, like I said, every other day, most of the time. Just make sure you have access to the giveaways and all that, so you get notified. Link is in the description if you want to join those. Because yeah, I am just trying to help you guys out, because I don't need much huges right now. I pretty much have a full team. I'm just trying to get a full team of Rainbow Huge Pets. After I have done that, everything I get besides maybe Titanics will be given away, or I do fun stuff like what I'm doing right now, which is buying as many fireworks as possible. Now, I am not currently sure if the plant method still works in the first zone, because I do know that that used to be the case where if you had like literally no gems, I know the diamond seed plants used to be really good for getting gems, because they're worth 12k each wrap, and I'm pretty sure they give around 30k each time you claim one. So if you have like bare bottom gems, like I bought all of them, great. But let's say, yeah, you have like 0 gems, maybe you're doing like a series of noob to pro or something. Definitely a good way, at least at the start, is just by using those diamond seeds, buying them, and then waiting a couple hours, because they do sell, or they do give around double, triple the wrap price. If you think that there's any tips I forgot about, please let me know in the comment section down below. These are all the tips I know about and like I see all the time, or have used. I think I've used all of these tips personally. But yeah, let me know if there's anything I did forget about. Definitely stick to the events, by far the best way. Hopefully you did enjoy though. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have an amazing rest of your day, everybody. Goodbye.